Hey everybody, this is Adam Roseland with MakeMoneyWithNicheSites.com. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my keyword research strategy, how I came up with the keyword cool backpacks for the new niche site that I'll be developing called MyCoolBackpacks.com. I'm using two tools today. One's a paid tool and one's a free tool. Hopefully you'll be able to learn something, and for you veterans out there, I apologize if this is old hat, but my goal is to just really show you how I came up with my keywords and a simple and easy process to do it on your own if you haven't come up with your own keyword. Hope you learned something. Thanks for sharing your time with me. Okay, so when I do my keyword research, I do it in two different ways. The first way is through utilizing Google AdWords keyword tool, and the second one is utilizing Longtail Pro. One is a paid option and one is a free option. So in this short screencast, what I want to do is show you both so that you have an idea of how you can do this both efficiently and effectively for on the cheap, and how you can do it with a simple tool that'll make your life a lot easier. So the first thing I like to do when using the Google AdWords keyword tool is to make sure that I'm not searching for broad, but looking for exact match keyword terms. My personal focus here, and I've already set it up, is using local monthly searches of anywhere above 2,500 and somewhere below 7,500. Now you can get keywords with a lot more traffic opportunities. I just know my personal sweet spot is in this realm of 2,500 to 7,500 as far as ranking. So as far as brainstorming, what I like to do is come up with ideas, things that I'm interested in. There's many different ways to brainstorm, and I've written posts about this on my website, and I'm sure you've read thousands of them elsewhere. But the best way I like to brainstorm is start internally. Start with things that I like, things that I want to do. So the most important thing in my life is my children, and so I always try and think of what my kids are interested in and how I can get more involved with them. I do a lot of coaching. I like to play a lot of sports with my son, and so here's the first thing that I did when coming up with my keyword for this competition was going in and typing in some sports. So I typed in things like baseball and football, soccer, and basketball, and didn't stop there. The next thing that I started thinking about was, what am I going to be doing in the next couple of years with my family? Well, I like to travel a lot. We like to go on vacations. So I started thinking about different vacations, and I won't go into this too deep because I already went through it here. But one of the things I started to come up with was camping and outdoor activities for children. And again, using these exact match terms, I always like to keep it within the United States. I won't go too much deeper into some of the brainstorming I did. Hopefully you get the idea, and if you don't, by all means, shoot me an email at adam@makemoney with nichesites.com, and I'll be happy to give you some brainstorming ideas and point you in the right direction. So really what this does is it gives you a whole bunch of different keywords that are relevant. And again, what you can do is start to zero in on those keywords. So again, as I typed in all these sporting opportunities, the basic search terms are always going to show what the total searches are and the cost per click is over here. But again, what I wanted to do was zero in on the things that are going to have local monthly searches in the realm that I'm looking for. And really, what I would like to do is if I find something I like, then I like to click on it and just go in and find show more like this. It'll give you more details on camping equipment. So now I'm going towards more of a long tail keyword, if you will. So as we got through this, I started looking at things that I thought might be kind of easier to rank for. And one of the things that I actually ended up coming up with, and I don't know if I'll actually find it here, it was backpacks. So as we go through this, I'll try and shorten it up. But when I was looking at the backpacks keyword, I found that there was a keyword in here, pardon me, that had a decent amount of traffic, that had a good cost per click, that I'd like to work with, that I knew I could go and have a lot of other keywords that are relevant. So the first thing I saw was competition was medium. It's not high like a lot of these other ones, but I can also rank for these different keywords. It's got 8,100 monthly searches, and local monthly searches is 5,400 with a approximate cost per click of $1.10. So that kind of streamlines the process. Now, obviously, I didn't do this in just a couple minutes, but it gives you an idea of how the brainstorming starts at the top of the funnel and how it zeroes in down towards the lower part of the funnel to come up with cool backpacks. Now, that is not where I stop. The next thing I do is I'll actually go into Google and I'll type in the keyword that I'm looking for and kind of get an idea of exactly how many. Sorry about that. My business partner's trying to pop up in a hangout here. How many total searches there are, or how many total relevant pages there are. And you can see what the competition looks like for that particular keyword. So we're going to see coolmaterial.com. There's a couple images. There's eBay, Amazon, Cool Things, Tumblr, Odie, Pinterest. Really cool backpacks. Now that's a competitor right there in my eyes. Coolhunting.com, and really just seeing what the competition looks like. The number one thing I want to make sure is that I see advertisers, and that's on the top and the right-hand side, to make sure that I know that people are actually willing to pay money for the keywords of backpacks and cool backpacks. So now that I've got that, I like to actually take it a little bit further, and I like to put an exact search in there and see what the competition looks like. And now you're seeing a sweet spot. You see about 8,200 or 82,000 people actually have that exact keyword term, cool backpacks, in their websites. That obviously is not a lot. Anything under 100,000, I always like to see as an opportunity. So that kind of just redefines that this might be a keyword worth going after. Again, really cool backpacks moved up in the rankings. You'll see that some of these guys all have cool backpacks in the title tag. That's fine. Some of them don't, and I just want to be aggressive and go after that, obviously with a lot of good quality content. I think the important thing here for my website is going to have pictures and images of cool backpacks, and the idea behind coming up with my particular domain is when I think about a cool backpack, I want to make sure it's something that's personal. And so when coming up with the domain, I was coming up with ideas thanks to a community, coming up with cool backpacks headquarters, cool backpacks world, cool backpacks, all these different depot, all these different things. But when I start thinking about it, I want to think about my cool backpack. Like what do I think is cool backpacks? And that's why I came up with mycoolbackpacks.com. So hopefully people will start to share as a community, like, hey, this is what mine looks like. And if they painted their backpack or they decorated their backpack in some way, shape, or form, they'd submit their images to me and hopefully get a little bit more interaction. I like to have interactions on my websites whenever possible. So that's the free way of doing a quick keyword research. The way to do it with Longtail Pro is simply typing in those same types of terminologies or keyword concepts into the keyword research tool. And sorry, I actually saw somebody's that I thought was a pretty cool idea here, and I did the research to see how they were going to perform here. So I promise you, I'm not copying your website if that's your keyword concept. I just was doing some research on it before, but typing in again things like football, typing in camping, and so forth. And really what I like to do, I like to buy .coms and .nets. So whenever possible, I like to see what the domain availability is for those. Again, as far as just the initial thought process with Longtail Pro, because it does a lot of the weeding out, I expanded a little bit more to 2,000 average local searches to 15,000. I keep my average cost per click over $1, and I will a lot of times have domain available, but it's not a requirement. But the beautiful thing about Longtail Pro that I like, and obviously all you do is just hit generate keywords, and it takes a while, and I'm not going to go through that process with you here because I don't want to waste your time. But what I like to do is look at the competitor analysis for a keyword once I find one that I think is going to be beneficial. So as my hang up with a lot of these tools is that they are slow. Market Samurai, Longtail Pro, they are slow. They take, as you can tell with other programs running, they can jam you up a little bit. And I don't know if I'm gonna have to reboot this or not, but it seems to be running a little bit slow. But what I will type in is cool backpacks and let it do its work. And it usually is pretty quick as far as the competition. And what I'll do is expand this a little bit so you can see. What I'm looking for is a couple different factors when I'm doing my competition in Longtail Pro. And again, this is a paid tool. I do recommend it whenever possible, but doesn't mean that that you have to use it. So I personally like to look at page authority first. And as you can see with Cool Backpacks, there's not a lot of page authority for the top 10 rankings. Anything basically under 30 is something that I see as an opportunity. Now, Amazon's obviously going to have a good page authority. Cool Material has one. OD has one. And again, these are things that in the titles, the ones with good page authority are not necessarily always using Cool Backpacks. So I feel there's an opportunity to jump in there by having that title tag of Cool Backpacks in my website. So page authority, I see an opportunity. Page links is another opportunity. There's really not a lot of links to any of these pages beyond beyond Cool Material. So there's a lot of great opportunity there. Juice page links, and again, juice page links is the number of juice passing external links to the URL. Page links in general is the number of links, whether there's juice passed or not, total. So I see this again as a great opportunity. As you can tell, there's really no juice being passed to any of these websites. So I see an excellent opportunity. Domain authority is again a quality score of the ability to rank for a domain and based on the content of the domain. So there are some high scores here. That I don't really care about that. What I do like to see is the SEO Moz rank of the URLs, and see again, if I see a lot of zeros, I see opportunities. There's no page rank for that. 0 page ranks. Nobody over 3. The only factor that does scare me a little bit is the site age of some of these websites. We got eBay with 18, we got Amazon with 18, we got that Cool Things with 12. And again, that's kind of why you see a lot of good page rank. But if you look at the ones that don't have a lot of good quality, and start to match them up, like a 10-year-old site here, I'm not really scared of this site because it's got no page authority, no juice page, no Moz rank, and no page rank. So, I can see myself quickly getting into the top 10 on this. The one, again, the competitor, where it's reallycoolbackpacks.com. They have about a year ahead of me, jump start, but they have no page rank. They have a decent Moz rank, no domain authority, not a lot of juice page links. And again, page authority is under 30. So I see myself as having a good opportunity to jump in here and take advantage based on the information that are being displayed. So that's why I chose my domain. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at adam@makemoneywithnichesites.com, or you can, if you go into the Google Plus communities under niche sites, you can hit me up there. I tend to answer pretty quickly on those. So thanks for sharing your time with me, excuse me, and hopefully you'll find some benefit from this.